OK Furniture's big brand sale is still on, and you can stand a chance of winning one of 15 Toyota Vitz cars when you buy any participating brands by the 26th of May 2024. This includes Defy, Samsung, Sony, KIC, Hisense, and so much more brands at the lowest prices guaranteed. Shop our latest catalogs online or in store today to win big. Prices valid until the 12th of May 2024. T's and C's apply. iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting at iDiskiTimes.co.za. It was a battle of the strugglers, number 8 versus number 10 or 11, Amazulu and Kaizer Chiefs. And yeah, it had its moments of attack, moments of mediocrity, and somewhere in there, some people will live happy, some people will not live happy, or both teams will be unhappy, who knows. Bakhothakhothene koxam namhlanje, akwabikho qela liphumelelayo, nanjengoko ke besilindele into yoba bawuphaqulana oxam. Ixhoba ke yaba yingcali yasemabhida kudlalwa kuyo esiqonda into yoba khona into engako sayibona asibonanga into engako nanjengoko besicingele. Machaka, what do you make of the game, sir?
Yes, ngulu Khozo.
Yes, sir.
Khozo wa tlhompiko lapeng just to akaho letso.
He's dressed like a father.
Who's that?
Justice doesn't have children, but he there you go. He says he's a father to be. Yeah. He's dressed like a father of 3 children. Like
consistency.
He's always dressed like a decent man.
Yes.
He's dressed like a decent man.
Yeah. I wish you can turn the camera and just show.
He's like a family man. Now they'll see him one day. They've seen him enough. What do you make of the game, sir?
Yes, Ngulux, playing away from home, Musimabida Stadium, 1 point apiece.
You usually say it's better than nothing.
No, I can't say it's better than nothing because we are on the edge of the river. Any time is a tea time, whereby you.
Especially clear favorite trophy.
Which one?
The top 8. Mawuti, you are on the edge of the river.
Yes.
You are 1 foot is inside the top 8, 1 foot is outside.
Absolutely.
And that's a favorite trophy. So you're always the last thing you will cling on when the season is not going well is at least in the top 8.
But let me tell you, you know what's beautiful about football, South African football? As long as Kaizer Chiefs is there, whether we do well or we don't do well, as long as it's involved in the cup games, like MTN 8.
Well, when you are not there, the top 8 is not as valuable as when you are there. So I agree with you.
Absolutely.
Then the people who will watch it, the number of people who watch it are more when you are there than when you're not there.
Absolutely.
But surprisingly, when you are there, you are usually there just for the first round. Just for the one match. You're not even making the semi-final. You go to the first leg and the second leg. So when you are there for the one match. Okay, we saw the big team and we got all the channels, they got the numbers. SABC, iDiskiTV, Amafans, Way to TV, Super Sport, or everyone who does content in football.
Yeah.
They get the numbers and then they pull me go first round.
So
because Mau number 8, Uzolanani, Mau number 8.
I know.
Who are you gonna play against?
No, I can't keep on mentioning them. Because you know.
No, you can mention the position,
no,
not the name of the team.
No,
number 8 plays against which position?
Against number 1.
There you go. So what's the point? The qualifier is number 8.
But I might disagree with him, Kolux.
Sure.
That whenever Chiefs is involved, we might get out from the first round or so forth on the MTN 8. We might go all the way and make sure that we surprise a lot of people.
Based on
with
what?
The players that
based on what?
Not the performance, the luck, my friend. Because you are playing.
So you're gonna be like a quarterfinal, you're gonna be like a first leg, you're gonna be like a second leg, a semi-final, and also you have to be lucky on the final.
2022 is not like 2023. So I mean they keep on changing. Summer and winter they're not the same. So you must keep on believing that. But let's come to the game, my brother. Thanks to Dupree. His good understanding of football and the positioning as well. I think we did very well to score early. But what we didn't do right is because we didn't put another ball in the back of the net. Once we put 1, we must put 2 and 3, especially in that area. I like that early stages all the time. It's very, very important because you'll never know who's going to knock at the door and disturb you while we are busy. So I like that what Dupree did. So, but we're caught in our pens down because of what we allowed Amazulu to come back. Even if I mean, let's talk about assistant referees. You've got a clear vision, from where the ball is and where the players are, between our defense and the strike and Letsoalo, between Letsoalo and the club. So why didn't you raise up your flag? Clear offside. You have a clear vision. The referee didn't say anything, but when you are there, so what is your job? You give Amazulu 3 points. But as I'm saying, but at least Letsoalo did very well to be in that position. But again, it was an offside in Golo.
It's a robbery against Chiefs.
I can't say it's a robbery against Chiefs, but this kind of we don't like talking about referees all the time because we have to talk about the
every week it seems.
Yeah,
this year every week against everyone. That's why I keep on reminding people, Uguti, this thing is not about one team.
No.
It's against every. If you take the time out of your busy schedule on a weekend to watch these matches, you will know that it affects this team and another team and another team, and it speaks about. You will address it better when you say there's incompetence, as opposed to saying we were robbed. That means you are just looking at it from a selfish perspective, which is stupid. There's a problem here with the league,
there is.
And it's a problem that's going to affect us today and tomorrow and in the near future. Do you genuinely think South Africa is ready for VAR?
No, not yet, and not at this stage, Nicholas. Because if you check, they have to go for training for VAR. Because you might bring a VAR, but the VAR is going to control itself. Who's going to be there? Nobody else. Because you can't put assistant referee and the referees, or maybe any other official.
You need manpower.
Yeah, or anybody. Yeah, because they haven't been trained. So, but we train first. And in order to train groups, train yourself first. Without a VAR, make sure that you qualify to be on the touchline. You qualify to be on the field. Instead of talking about the player and all these players between Amazulu and Kaizer Chiefs, which they gave us a poor game today, because there was nothing to talk about, especially on both sides. We didn't. We're not on the edge of our seat to say, Bruce, he was saving, and even on the other side of Amazulu goalkeeper, he was saving. There was nothing. At least, yes, Chabalala did try in the first half, yes, at least, and even Modi. But we can't say much about the players on the day. So we still have a lot to learn. They still have a lot to go.
Do you not think that during pre-season that would be the learning part? If they want to introduce it next season, I'm not saying they will, but wouldn't June no football, July no football, and then August we come back? 2 months is not enough to bring about VAR. Do you want it, Wena?
No, it will be
because your team conceded via an offside goal today.
Yeah.
So that's a negative thing on your team. And of course, some people are complaining about the red cards, even though I think that some of the red cards were valid in the back-to-back matches. The penalties that you've conceded, they would have been penalties anyways, with or without VAR. Do you want it, Wena?
Well, Nguluks, yes, I will appreciate it that it comes to South Africa. But based on the performance of those that will be working on the VAR. Because sometimes you give me a car, I don't even have a license, I don't even know where the clutch is or maybe where the brake is. So it doesn't make sense. So you've got to get people that will be right to be in that position to be able to control. You can even see. I mean, it doesn't say about the referee. Even Amazulu player Mupare was supposed to walk.
Yeah, was supposed to get a second yellow card.
Yes, second yellow card. But this kind of small mistakes, they are costly, my brother. But to Amakosi, still I can't say still a learning curve, but. 1 point, as I'm saying, 1 point is, as we are saying, it's better than nothing because we want to be in the top 8. Yes, we can't be happy that we want to be in the top, but what can you do, Ngulu? The situation that we are at right now. Don't smile.
I keep on telling you, like, if you take this video, you take another video from last year and the year, for the past 3 years, if you look at Machaka's videos from April, May, you are resigned to the fact that the only thing you could get is top 8. At least last year, I think, even not at least, but in other years, you were just number 4 or 5. Under Arthur, I think it was 5. There's a season where Abambele Corner, where you were number 9, and then I think he beat Golden Arrows or Arthur's one, and then you got to the top 8. And then the first season when he was in charge, I think maybe you were number 5. And so I'm not saying he's good. I'm just saying that on average, this year, you've just been 5, 6, 8 sometimes. So it's mediocrity. There's a point where you have to observe yourself by accepting number 8. Uguti, what am I contributing to the mediocrity that's happening here? Why am I keep on saying? That's why I was kind of teasing you about the top 8 uyifunayo uzongena uphume kuyo, which is factual in the previous years that you were going in and out. I would want you to be in the top 8 because I'm shooting videos. I want people to watch those matches, and that tournament sponsor wants Chiefs to be in the top 8. But when as you keep on normalizing number 8, sometimes things must just get worse so that everyone knows we are in a worse situation. When Sundowns in 2012 were number 13 and they called Pizzo, it was because everyone realized we are in a worse position now in 2012. And then Pizzo was there from number 12. He overturned it. He got into the top 8 and the rest was history. Somewhere, somehow, you need to be to that shock of being number 13.
Yeah.
I think this is also London. Like the shock of being number 13 or 14, you will never be relegated. You have enough money to buy a status anyways. The shock of being number 13, somewhere, somehow, I think you also need it. Just so the people who are buying the players stop being those people. It becomes football people who buy players.
No, but I think now they've learned a lesson. No, I mean...
9 years is long enough.
We haven't reached a cul-de-sac at the moment. There's always a way to get out of the danger. So now they know. I mean, the past, as we have said, the past 5 or 6 years, they've been the same thing. So now I think it's the right time to say we must go or just to look at themselves to fix what is broken there at Naturena. So that's what I'm trying to say. Because we've got these youngsters as well. I mean, I was one. Some girls one, they don't put him as Johnson. I mean, you put Villegas, which is okay, but now he wants to do some other thing that we don't like, especially when the score is still 1-1 or 0-0.
He's an Instagram player.
Absolutely. I mean, to me, we don't need that kind of...
He's an Instagram player.
Even Kanti, I think they are learning this. I think these people, they are learning this from the senior players. Kanti as well, he's doing this kind of thing that Villegas wants to do. And even Letsoalo, even though today he was at least, to me, the best player on the day as well. At least, he was good. So what I'm trying to say is put these youngsters, make sure that next season we come back with a lot of energy, a lot of even experienced players that we're going to buy experienced players. We will buy experienced players, and even not only good experienced players, even the people that we're going to lead Kaizer Chiefs as well. Going forward.
I look forward to talking to you in 2 months. As I have a strong suspicion based on history that we'll be in the same place that we once were. There will be no clear out of the people who buy the players. In 2 months, I'm going to ask you, who are those players? Are you willing to spend on one player 20 million and 15 million just like your opposition? But not now.
It's a must, yeah.
In time, I'm going to ask you that. Are you willing to do that? Yeah. Up until the point that you are willing to do that, then you'll know that at least you are ready to compete.
Watch the space.
We'll see. We'll talk in 2 months. iDiskiTV, iDiskiTimes was sporting. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.